So he kept walking very practiced, and that didn't work because he walked away. So we are walking in peace all along. What a great song. Let's pray. God, we are always mindful of what a privilege it is to be in your house. To know that we are indeed called to walk in peace and to come along. To be peacemakers in the world. To call us to do just that. And we're thankful for our word today. It tells us how to do it. To know that sometimes we have to deny ourselves and take up our cross and follow you every single day. And although it's not an easy road, often, it is the very, very best way for our lives. Teach us, O God, to be more like you every day. We ask your blessing on our time together in Jesus' name. Amen. Who wants to be a Christian? Yeah. Those hands up, right? Okay, well, we used to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So that's what this is fast at, in case you didn't pick up on it. We watched when Regis Philbin was the host. I really liked it. So today we're going to play a little bit of Who Wants to Be a Christian? How's that? So for 100 points, where was Jesus born? Simple. Okay, Bethlehem. Okay. For 1,000 points, how did Jesus die? On a cross, crucified. We'll take all of those. For 100,000 points, who do you say Jesus is? Son of God. Son of God, take Messiah, Christ. We'll take all of those. So here's your million-point question. Notice I didn't say dollar. According to Mark 8, which was read today, 34, what are we called to do? Deny ourselves, take up our cross, and follow Jesus. All right. Well, I'm just going to say. Yeah, listen to that word, right? So is that your final answer? Yeah. Well, then you win, right? You win. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Well, I saw a cartoon that showed a church building with a billboard in front of it that said, The Light Church, L-I-T-E, The Light Church. There's 24% fewer commitments, home of the 7.5% tithe, 15-minute sermons, 45-minute services, and we only have 8 commandments, which is your choice. And we have an 800-year millennium. Everything you wanted in a church and less. Right? Well, sometimes far too many people have that kind of relationship with God. Let me throw out 3 words which define many people's relationship with God. Casual, convenient, and comfortable. Well, casual means occasional, doesn't it? Coming at certain times without regularity, kind of showing up whenever you want, kind of nonchalant, not close or intimate, just casual. Convenient, being suitable to one's comfort, purposes, or needs. The faith of many is driven by convenience and fails when it's challenged to true discipleship. Well, comfortable, we're all signed up for that one, aren't we? Yeah, we want to meet in an air-conditioned building, right, in the summer, in a heated building in the winter. We want to hear sermons that make us feel good, and God forbid we should ever be made to feel uncomfortable or to do something we're not comfortable doing. But you know what? There's nothing casual, convenient, or comfortable about true discipleship. In the original Greek, it says, keep on denying yourself. Keep on taking up your cross. And keep on following me. It's not a decision of a moment, but the direction of a lifetime. And we often don't get it. Jesus gives us the motive which will move us in this direction. He says, for whoever would save their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. You know, there's a denial that you have to embrace, and it's not easy. But for true discipleship, we have to deny ourselves. That's what the scripture talks about. Now, self-denial is the bedrock of discipleship. When Jesus speaks of self-denial, he's not merely speaking of denying some pleasure or comforts that life can give to us. Maybe, I'm not going to do this during Lent, or I'm going to give this up. It goes much deeper than that. Jesus is telling us that we can no longer be the center of our lives. Some of you might, no. True. Very true. Jesus is not as concerned about what we do so much as what we are. He's not talking about giving up luxuries or even necessities, but about denying self, which is entirely different. Denying self means that we renounce our right to ourselves, our right to run our own lives. We are to deny that we own ourselves. Now that's difficult, isn't it? We don't have the final right to decide what we're going to do or where we're going to go. When it is stated in those terms, it sounds a little outrageous, doesn't it? It strikes right at the very heart of our existence. The one thing that we value, covet, and protect, probably above anything else, is the right to make decisions for ourselves. We refuse to be under anything or anybody, but reserve the right to make final decisions in our lives. But remember what Paul said. He said, you are not your own. You are bought with a price. It's in 1 Corinthians. And so if you're going to follow Jesus, you no longer own yourself. I tell Terry we're just paying rent. She goes, pay the mortgage or whatever, and I'll be like, I pay the rent. And she's like, well, we're buying this house. And I said, well, okay, but all that I have is on loan. That's it. We're just managing everything that God has given us, right? God has blessed us with. But it's really not my own. I'm not taking it with me. I'm absolutely not. But it's a difficult thing to put in our minds. But you know what? It's also life-changing and life-freeing as well. Self-denial is to follow Christ no matter what cost is involved. Martin Luther said a religion that gives nothing, costs nothing, and suffers nothing is worth nothing. There's a commercial on television about two brothers about to have a peanut butter sandwich. What a wonderful thing, right? The mother finishes making the sandwich and she gives the knife to the older brother and tells him he gets to cut the sandwich. He cuts the sandwich all right, but not quite in half. One side is a little bit bigger, all right? He's got his eye on that half. And then the mother says to him, but your brother gets to choose first. Right? We want a bigger sandwich for ourselves, don't we? We want everyone else to deny themselves, but Christ is calling us to a life of self-denial. And that is not easy. We all have things that we want, we all have goals, but Christ is clear that when we choose to follow Him, we must deny ourselves. That means you can't always do what you want to do, what your natural tendency is. It means that you will face tough, life-changing decisions that need to be made in the shadow of the cross and not in the desires of the heart. It doesn't mean that you'll be deprived of joy and happiness. Rather, it means that you find fulfillment and joy and happiness through dedication to Jesus. Denial of self is placing yourself in the hands of God at all times, no matter where God's hands may be. Then we find out there's a death that we have to experience. Scripture says, take up your cross. When Jesus said, take up your cross, the cross wasn't a beloved symbol like it is today. It was a big and ugly, a heavy, crude device of torture that conveyed a message of shame and suffering and death. So what does it mean for us to bear a cross? Let's first consider what bearing a cross is not. When facing a difficult circumstance, people often say, I guess that's a cross I have to bear, right? We often say that. Terry says that at home about me. Could be true. When people speak about bearing a cross in this manner, they're speaking about circumstances and situations that, given the choice, they wouldn't choose, right? I don't say this to make light of unfortunate and tragic situations, but it's not bearing a cross. When we suffer from sickness and disease and discouragement and maybe bad neighbors, mean in-laws, it's a horrible misfortune, but it's not bearing a cross. Bearing the cross is a choice. It's a choice. It's a voluntary form of sacrificial obedience that identifies us completely with Jesus. Bearing our cross is something we deliberately take up and bear. We don't usually like that. Most of us would rather wear a cross than bear a cross, right? I sure would. It's not an easy thing. But you know, we have to look at this and see where we are. Are we committed or are we casual? Where are we in our lives? Committed followers are cross bearers. Casual followers seek an easy way. Committed followers dare to discipline themselves. Casual followers are looking for spiritual growth shortcuts. Committed followers seek holiness. Casual followers seek happiness. Committed followers seek to worship God in spirit and in truth. And casual followers seek an emotional lift. Committed followers seek to please God in all that they do. And casual followers live as close to the edge as they possibly can. Committed followers say, what ministry can I find to help in the church? Casual followers say, what's in it for me? We have choices to make, don't we? And bearing that cross is one of them. Now, the third thing that we find that there's a direction that we're called to. A direction that we have to follow. Gandhi was once asked by a friend, if you admire Christ so much, why don't you become a Christian? And so he replied, well, when I meet a Christian who is a follower of Christ, I may consider it. So many have become quite happy to call themselves Christians, with little or no thought of really following Christ. As followers, we are to replicate His love, grace, mercy, compassion, truth, and purity. For followers, it's a relationship, an adventure, a passionate pursuit of Christ. Think back to the time when you first accepted Christ as your Savior. Do you remember those days? I do. I do. And I do think about it often, because it takes me right back to the place where Jesus and I were just sort of like that, right? You know, you're just finding out. It's like a new relationship, isn't it? You're just so new and there's so much to discover. But you know what? Every day should be like that for us as Christians. We should continue to discover more and more new things about Jesus. It's like taking your best friend with you every single day. That's what being a Christian is about. Walking every day with the Spirit, knowing indeed that God is with you, that God's going to watch out for you, that you and God are going to have an adventure today, that you and God are going to run into people that you didn't expect to run into, and my gosh, what are we going to do for their lives? What good news are we going to share with them? What kind deed are we going to do for them? And what what are we going to do but build up the kingdom of God? That's what it's like being a Christian every single day. That passion that we first had has to come up and come up and come up. You were in committed long-term relationships. How did you stay that way? No, not every day is a picnic, is it? Absolutely not. But you know what? You got to put something into it, don't you? To get something out of it. And so there's give and take in it. Same way with our relationship with God. You know, we're going to have some tough days as well. But you know what? God is going to be right there with you, walking through those tough days. We have to make sure that we're willing to follow Him. We were created to follow. Christ calls us to follow Him. Not some creed or ritual or custom, but to follow Him wherever He leads us. Following Christ is a relationship that drives and defines all that we do. It would be dull and boring if it were nothing but rules to keep and duties to maintain, right? If your Christianity is dull and boring, if it's a burden and not a blessing, then most likely you're involved in a project and not a person, or a system and not a Savior, or rules rather than a relationship. So why should I do all of this? Denial, death, and direction aren't exactly words that motivate us, are they? You know, you've heard that and you went, oh gosh, it's going to be tough. I'll answer your question in one brief statement. Because He did it for you. Because He did it for you. Jesus denied His own rights. He died an agonizing death on a cross. And the direction He followed was God's will. Jesus is the model for our self-denial. He is the image of cross-bearing. I'm going to close with this story. It's a story about a painting that was the turning point in the life of Count Zinzendorf. He was the founder of the Moravians, an early Protestant denomination. They were the first large-scale Protestant missionary movement, sending missionaries to the slaves in Newland, which is now the United States. He visited an art museum in Europe, where he saw a painting titled, "Behold the Man." He was engaged by the portrait. He recognized the love of Christ that had been painted into the face of the man. He saw pierced hands. He saw the bleeding head from the crown of thorns and the wounded side. And underneath the painting was this inscription. It said, "This have I done for you. Now, what will you do for me?" Count Zinzendorf left a changed man. And that's what moves a person to follow after Jesus in the path of denial. It's what moves one to be a Christian in the first place. Not the promise of rewards, though I believe they are many, or an escape from a life of destruction. We're moved by the love of Jesus for which He endured the cross. And people won by that kind of love will never cease after following after Jesus. So who still wants to be a Christian? Good job, baby. Her hand went right up in the air. I do too. And I hope that that's your final answer as well. Amen.